Hey guys, this is Blake from Blake's Sanctum, retro site for retro games. Welcome to my Let's Play Legends of Pegasus series. If this is the first video you're watching in the series, then I'll point out that some of these missions took me 5 to 10 hours to complete, so I fast forwarded through all the boring micromanaging and grinding bits. If you really want to see what I was doing in those bits, just use the YouTube speed controls to slow down the video when you need to. Let's play. Okay guys, here we go, mission 2. I'm pleased to say it's easy and quick again.
Shown us what dangers can be associated with the artifacts of the Pegasi. It's not surprising that the Arthrox had previously kept away from the ruins if they knew about this. But there appears to be more. The history of this people is complex, and I still know next to nothing about their past.
Colonize an additional planet. Alright. So what do we got? Look at this, we got 4 planets. Bloody hell. And there's still free ones. There's a few here. One of them's a gas giant though. Looks like a pretty good planet. Yeah, not bad. What about you? You're terrible. And got some few neighbours. Look at that, we've got Arthrox to either side. 2 different tribes. Carried. Alright. And Tower. I think they're the ones who've lost their minds. So it's pretty busy, there's not much room to colonise. Means we're going to have to make room. So they've given us, I assume that's meant to be Daniel's. It's not called Daniel's, but it's kind of looks like his cruiser. And they've given us a colony ship, so we can fulfill that starting objective pretty easily. A couple of guys up here. Now, we're not in any danger. There's no attacks in this mission, so we can take our sweet time building up our little empire. And then we can build another cruiser fleet, an upgraded cruiser fleet compared to last time, and we'll then do basically a whole bunch of battles at the end, which with a cruiser fleet you can easily handle. There's no point wasting heaps of time getting up to battleships. Oh yes, we're going to need research capability for our flying heads, or should I say, sorry, colony research ship. We've got access to a higher cell generator, medium shipyard. There we go. So they got these bonus buildings, which I think I've told you guys before. They're pretty much useless. Like the bonus, that one does like, you know, I can see no evidence that there's any kind of unified planetary production pools. It's a huge waste of money having that building. And the bonus building, I'm pretty sure that the bonus doesn't equal what an entire generator gives, but I'll keep it there at the moment, I think, to just build up some more industry. But it's not worth its cost, really. Well, that's going to be difficult to develop, isn't it? And what are those things? I haven't quite figured out what they are yet, and they're bloody on terraforming slots. Oh, so it's another culture building. That's right, there's 2 different culture buildings. But, you know, we've already got the regular culture buildings, so sure we don't need all these extra expensive culture buildings. We've got more than enough to make the people happy. Down, not that you have any. Another one that's all people. A lot of happiness buildings there. Might do a bit of cleaning later. Ooh. And this one's a good call. Look at all that research. That's ridiculous. Wow. Another one of those bloody useless bonus buildings, taking up a valuable industry slot. Ah. Back in, there we go. That's unblocked. The usual first turn bug that we love so much. So we're going to build up that so we can get the bigger tissue generator. We need a bit more industry to do that. 2. It's also all we can afford. Can't afford the big tissue generators yet. Put that down as usual. We're going to leave research going because there's so much population and happiness buildings. I think we shouldn't have any serious money problems. So is that everything?
We will follow your lead.
Probably might have some weapons on it, so I may as well just keep it. Not
Yes,
that we
how
get
long
attacked,
have you
but
stood?
yeah. I have nothing to lose by keeping it.
Good news has reached me, Jonathan Daniels. The serum against the plague is ready. You can now send the Ha'aron with it to Ta'ayur and heal her. Her Ha'aron should also recover. Therefore, further casualties among them should be absolutely avoided.
Of course, Aethers. I will see to it.
Look out. There could still be a few additional hosts for the plague in your territory. They will also have to be healed.
Bring the elixir to Queen Tower, System Z5. Alrighty. So we've got an elixir ship just there. And if I recall, it didn't quite work properly because I didn't bring Daniels with it, but of course, you know, they didn't finish correctly naming the ships, so you just got to take that ship that we assume is Daniels with it, which just says Arthrox. And then that should activate any story events down in Z5. Oh, and you don't get attacked, so don't worry guys, there's no danger. There we go, there's the new colony on the way.
Our research has been completed.
Excellent. Yeah, they're all marked as allied, so we are safe. Have a closer look at this system when we were passing through, so there's doesn't look like there's any free planets for us to take, sadly. But what about here? Oh, yep, there's one. Alright, we'll have to take that then. Alrighty. So I believe
We will follow your lead.
we just go to what looks like their home planet, which is that ocean planet. Sadly, there's no free planets here either, from the looks of things.
Your order will
Just
be
them and a
carried out
gas giant.
momentarily.
Well done, Jonathan Daniels. Tyer's voice is already clearer, even if she is still very weak.
I am relieved that I could help.
Jonathan Daniels, with your hands you have won with Tyur for our alliance. She has informed me that her tribe will join ours in this
Yay.
war.
Alright, we can head back now and another mission will present itself shortly. Which will need the Daniels not Daniels for again.
Jonathan Daniels to Aethers. I will soon set off to win the last tribe of your people for our alliance. Nathan Craig will keep searching the systems for relics of the Pegasi. I hope that you could support him in this task.
That we will. I wish you luck in your assignment. There is much riding on you convincing the Togra to support you and our new path.
Fly to the current system C2. Right, we'll head there now.
The breeding of a new stationary organism is complete.
Adjust our course. Good, so we've got the tissue generator. So we can start getting rid of some of the crap we don't need.
Our research is complete.
Right, I think we can start worrying about getting hull sizes now for our colony ship.
Jonathan Daniels requesting an audience with Queen Tograth.
We know of you, Jonathan Daniels. We also know
She
of
got the
your
bitch
use
voice.
of the Forbidden Temple, and that it was you who destroyed the jump gates.
You appear angry at my actions. If this is so, I beg you to accept my apologies. I activated the temple to protect all of us from the Confederation.
Many claim to want to help others, and yet only seek their own advantage. We have indeed seen what you have done for the Parade. However, we ask ourselves what will happen when you must put yourself in danger for our children.
Tell me how I could prove my loyalty, and I will do it.
As you wish. There is a large gas nebula at the edge of our territory. The Ha'aron are usually capable of flying through anything in space, like your machine ships. But this nebula is poison to our children. After they reached it, their voices became confused and frightened. A few were able to save themselves by reaching a secure place, but they are afraid to enter the nebula again. Fly to them with your Ha'aron and lead them home to us. But be careful. Each Ha'aron that reaches the nebula will only be able to withstand the poison for a short time before it too is lost.
There we are. Yep. This is a good mission because A, it's easy, and B, I can't find any evidence of that poison they talk about. You can take your sweet time going through the system and nothing bad appears to happen. I mean, you might want to try for a whole bunch of turns to see what happens, but it seems fine to me. And best of all, the system's full of planets, so we can colonize it without any hideous poison stopping us.
This Ha'aron understands.
To rescue. There we go.
We will do as you
You
wish.
two as well.
Lead us to our
You
destiny.
one, sorry.
As you wish. We are heading for the
You
jump
can
gate.
just go back to orbit.
We are complying.
Find the lost horror. Interesting looking system. And look at all those planets. So we will happily
Our
colonize
destiny
all
is in
these.
your hands.
No waypoints, but you just got to fly up to all the
Your
ships.
order will be carried out momentarily.
Our research
There we go.
has
So
been
everyone's joined us.
completed. The breeding of
Fly
a
the
new
fleet out of here and
stationary organism
Return
is
with our
complete.
fleet of flying head colony ships.
This Ha'aron will carry out our orders.
Heavy frigate.
Our destiny is in your hands. We will do as you wish.
This way go. There we go. That's actually, yeah, quite a bit better flying head compared to last time, as it's got much more shielding. A little bit less weapons though, but yeah, not bad. Now we can get colonizing. got everything I need for my cruisers as well. So I can go ahead get on with weapons. I want to make sure I've got definitely like upgraded beam weapons this time, so they can fire at longer range.
This Aran is now moving towards the planet.
Ugh. I can use your research module on the other planet we colonised, but couldn't put anything on the research building.
Your order will be carried out momentarily.
Waste not. Let's have a closer look at that colony I saw here, see if it's any good. Oh, that's pretty good. Damn, well we'll definitely have to make the effort to get to that one quickly. I think that's all we've got in their territory, sadly, but here, there's lots of planets for us to colonise. That's a gas giant, isn't it? Yeah. It's not too bad. Not bad. So there's some average planets there. Research things too advanced. Still though, sadly.
We thank you for saving the Ha'aron. Let Aethris know that you have won our approval.
Yay! Now we can explore their territory a bit, and if I recall, there's a bunch of free planets in their space that we can also colonise. Basically, just scrounging all the scraps we
The
can.
decision of the other tribes to trust you wasn't entirely based on your trials. Indeed, you fulfilled your assignment, but something else ensured the Queen of the Kharade spoke to you at all.
What do you mean?
Every Arthrox knows that you were the one who entered the Temple of the Forgotten and reassembled their artifact. Although we avoid the relics of the Forgotten and the consequences of their faded power, we have likewise hoped for their help.
I still don't understand you.
I will show you. The beings who attacked us call themselves the Telur. Despite the beauty of their race, their actions are characterized by violence and coldness. Like many other peoples, the Telur also evolved under the protection of the Forgotten, but no other race has so abused the gifts given to them. They gained this power from the Forgotten, allowing them to overpower foreign planets and obliterate cultures. Since the Forgotten have gone, the Telur have been seeking their legacies. Many Arthrox are afraid of luring the Telur here to our new home by awakening the ruins and temples. Yet we Aethris see that danger from the Confederation can also mean our destruction. You may succeed in saving us all, not just with your skill in battle, but perhaps through your connection to those that you call the Pegasi.
Wow, so there's a supervillain that we have to deal with after Drex, it would seem. And they were the ones that attacked Earth, and the Zor, and the Arthrox.
John, this will probably be my last attempt to reach you. Since we have so far managed to escape the Confederation time and time again, they now have sent a gigantic fleet and occupied the systems in a large radius. They still don't know exactly where we are, but they're beginning to close their traps. For the first time, I see no way to save my ships from them. I hope you've survived, and with you the resistance against Drex. If a miracle doesn't happen, I probably won't see you again.
So she's alive, but she's in trouble.
You are distressed. I can sense that you are suffering.
Maybe it wasn't a good idea to join a hive.
Don't be so bitter. Maybe we can help.
I don't know how. I just received a message from a friend. She survived the Confederation attack on our systems along with some of the Delta Zor. But she won't be able to hold out much longer. And I could do absolutely nothing to help.
You forget that you have found new friends. And with some trust in them, there may yet be hope.
The jump gates are impassable and my friends are unreachable. I appreciate your people a lot, but I don't believe that you can help me with that.
There is something that you don't yet know. Our race is in no way solely tied to the jump gates. The Telur weren't the only ones trained by the Forgotten. The Arthrox learned how to detect existing wormholes in space, and how to open a passage.
Why have you kept this from me, Aethris? You said you would trust me.
It wasn't just up to me to give you this information. No Arthrox has this right, for it is our last protection against the Telur and other threats. Only now that all surviving tribes are unified, could I request permission from the remaining queens to make you aware of this ability.
I understand. Then show me how I can use these wormholes and where they can bring me.
What can we do for you, Jonathan Daniels?
Now that I know of the wormholes, it is time to use them in the fight against the Confederation. The count of the Haran is still too small, and we need more colonies to support the fleet. Otherwise, we would hardly represent a real challenge for the Confederation. Please try to prepare everything.
We will attempt to meet your requirements.
Build additional colonies. Well, we're working on that. But you can't build a fleet without a whole bunch of colonies supporting them.
Please be sensible, John. We can't just appear in the middle of a war zone amongst a gigantic enemy fleet. Do you want to kill us all? You're a strategist. We need a better plan than that to save Kasara.
We have no time. I've studied the maps of the Arthrox, and there are multiple wormholes that could lead us into our old territory.
I won't be a part of this. And if the Arthrox ships possess even a spark of sense, they will refuse this order.
Damn you, Nathan. But you're right. If I stick to my plan, I would be sacrificing all of us in a battle that we can't win. I have to find another solution, and quickly. Kasara, I have to restrain myself so that I don't jeopardize everything we're fighting for just for you. Nathan's right. As long as the danger is still so great, I can't misuse the Arthrox to get to you. But you're alive. Jonathan Daniels to the Arthrox tribes. After careful consideration, we will attack to distract the Confederation fleet from hunting the Delta Zor. And hopefully, we could break up their fleet formation.
Fly through the wormhole and move 8 to Tower 5 to attack the enemy. So, there we go, the new jump holes open up right across the galaxy, back to where we came from originally. But obviously there's no need to rush to that, guys. Just keep building up the Empire, exploring that. We've got to go to Z7, and then there should be some more planets there, and then, yeah, colonize everything, and we'll get the techs we need, and build a big fleet, and send it through and have some fun. Any planets? I forgot to have a look. Ugh, it's completely full. But we can see there's a couple there. Yeah, look at that. There's heaps of planets here. 2 of them are taken, which means the rest are mine. That's a sweet system. That's going to do real good. And we'll find out Z7 shortly.
We have bred a new
We've arrived.
organism. Our research is
Arthrox have
complete.
1 colony there, and look at all those extra planets. Excellent, so we can colonize this one too. And that should do it. We shouldn't need, later on the mission, you once again might have the option to overtake, or, the empty colonies, overtake enemy ones and things like that. But it's not worth it. By then, you're doing you're going through the final things required to complete the mission, and you could possibly break the game because you're meant to sort of evacuate systems and things like that. And if you go colonizing, yeah, you're just running the risk of what I did in the human campaign. So, but if anyone wants to, once again, push the limits of the game, let me know what the results are. So most of these are pretty so-so colonies, unfortunately. That one might be. Yeah, that one's good. Hello, I'll take you. think, if I recall, the heavy military module turns out to be actually better than the civil one we used last time. Because then we compensate by using, yeah, look at that. I mean, it can take a giant weapon, you know, if we had them. But it'll take 2 class 2 ones. And then by using a civil module to compensate for that, we still end up with plenty of civil slots. Plus it's upgraded because it's Mark II, so look at that. I mean, we've got multiple 4 square civil slots, we've got spaces for some pretty cool weapons, so we can build a better ship this time around. A large shield. Now that's way better. It's got, you know, way more powerful shields because we squeezed a big one in there as well as some more little ones, and we've got to call it a Mark II, and we've got more power, upgraded weapons, you know, more of the high level stuff. So I mean, this one's going to perform better than last time, I'm sure of it. So let's get building a big fleet, like bigger than last time, way bigger.
A new mutation of a Ha'aron is
Let's have a look
complete.
at, yeah, it even looks different, like the military one compared to the civil one. It's got like more horns and stuff. Looks pretty cool, as does our planet. Freaking love the Arthrox planets. Can't wait to get shields.
We have
That
bred
is so
a new
sweet.
stationary organism.
I can't wait to
Our
unleash
destiny
these
is in
things.
your hands.
We will do as you wish.
There we go. Ah, not this again. This happened in my test game. Sometimes when you're maneuvering across the galaxy screen, everything goes black. The game still functions, but you can't see a darn thing. And the only way to fix it is to basically save, quit, and go back in, which is really annoying. There we go. Alright, we've arrived. What is awaiting us? This is exciting, doing hit and run attacks. Finally I feel like we're taking the fight to them instead of always supposedly losing and being on the run. So I've got a big station there. There's some cruisers over there, judging by the icon. We'll carve them up. But I'm going to say, because I'm so paranoid about crashing ever since the Zor missions. Ugh.
We wish to help. We will do as you wish.
Yeah, look at that. Straight from the get-go. Long-range beam weapons are actually being long-range. That's so much better. Now we can fight. Yeah, so the Zor still have a bit of an edge, beam weapons range-wise, but we're fine. Now we can fight. Okay, they put armor on that, I think.
Will be carried out momentarily.
We have annihilated an enemy unit.
Those ships haven't come in and attacked us. Guess that means we'll have to go get them, won't it?
Enemy has been destroyed.
Yeah. To warp up there. I love that warp effect. Looks ridiculous when you've got a big fleet. It's just like a big wave of death approaching with the enemy. Cool. Like how they can also open fire while they're at warp. You can kill enemies before you've even come out of warp drive. I think I did that with my Mark IIIs in the human campaign a couple of times, I think.
As understood.
I'll just blast someone before I'd even come out of war. Oh, and they're not cruisers, they're destroyers. Getting my Archons mixed up because the Arthrox, they've got different ship systems, so it throws me off. But yeah, heavy frigates and light cruisers to sort of just skip out the whole destroyer class. Get back. Alright. Hit and run, baby, hit and run. Would be interesting to see what happens if you did steal these colonies with a troop transport, but I'm not game to mess up the game.
I hear the first attack was successful.
You damn right it was.
Within limits, as the system was largely unprotected. We'll see how long they maintain their hunt for the Delta Zor if we make life difficult for them in their own systems.
Have you found the location of your friend yet?
Not yet. But I have asked myself if the connection that I've established with you might also allow me to contact others this way.
I cannot answer your question. There must be a strong emotional bond that would allow you to bridge such distances. The closer you physically come to the person, the easier it will be.
6 through the wormhole. There we go, just below us there, I can see it. Alrighty, so what awaits us here? Looks like there's a few more ships. Oh yes, 2 planets, 2 fleets, they got bases. This is going to be a bit harder. Oh, look at all those cruisers. Yeah, this is going to be a bit tougher.
This Howron is waiting for you.
We are complying.
Let's get right in there. We've got strong shields, so
We are complying.
we're definitely still better at close range, so let's be fearless and charge right in
The
there.
order will be carried out momentarily.
We are receiving injuries.
We are receiving damage. Another enemy was destroyed.
Understood. As you wish.
Ooh, the other fleet is flanking me now. They're heading to the original bloody starting position and just put them in a good position against me, which is annoying.
An enemy has been
These
silenced.
cruisers appear to be taking forever to turn around, so that's good. Buy me some more time to take out these stations and destroyers.
Our destiny is
Here
in
they
your
come.
hands. We will do as you wish. We were able to destroy an
You
enemy.
out of there before these cruisers start blasting him. Get this bloody station out of there because it's drawing my fire away from the cruisers. I need to get it out of the way.
We have
There we go.
destroyed
Alright, let's
the
kill
enemy
these
unit.
guys. There we go, we got them all.
Damn it, they were expecting us. Our first attack has stirred them up. But we do need to convince them that they can't afford to leave their systems unguarded before we head out to Kasara.
Keep hoping that a whole armada won't be waiting for us the next time.
We got them.
Andre, do you hear my voice?
John? What the... Have I gone crazy? You're dead!
As if I would allow you alone to save humanity from Drex.
However you're speaking with me right now, I'm happy to hear you. Drex has been proclaiming everywhere that none of you survived. Strangely, there have been rumors going around about wormholes and ships that look like living beings.
That was probably my work. Unfortunately, the rumors might become reality. If I don't hurry, Drex might still destroy the Delta Zor and kill Kess. I was separated from Kess and the Delta Zor and am now fighting together with the Arthrox.
The Arthrox? I've heard wounded men returning from the front talk of them.
Andre, it's difficult for me to keep up this connection. I have to know where the Confederation ships are currently located. Can you help me?
All right. As far as I know, there are only a few fleets in the Delta Zor territory. The majority were ordered back to form a defense against the attacks. John, what do you have planned?
I'll rescue the Delta Zor and Kasara. It won't take much longer, Andre. We'll see each other again soon.
Push forward. Order system Omicron. Love that apparently we have a stronger connection to Andre than we do to Kess, since we're messaging his mind instead of Kess's. What's that all about? Daniels, are you not telling us something?
Take that now.
Yield the Krogan to Jonathan Daniels. Some of your ships are in the proximity of our colonies in Confederation space. Could you help us evacuate them and bring them to our territory on the other side of the defective jump gates?
We will try, Rokta. I hope we can hold the Confederation long enough to provide you with enough ships.
Destroyers are on the system. Give the guild time to evacuate. Alrighty. This one looks a bit easier than last time.
We need your guidance.
Kick some ass.
This Ha'aron will move to a new position.
Ship
We have
to the
found
guild
an
plan to
enemy
the
unit.
evacuation. Alright. So there's more enemies there too. You guys must be getting so bored of these tiny battles. It's just, if you've been watching the whole series, it's just Battle 1000 now.
Waiting for you.
We have understood.
So it looks like that's their planet 5. Yep. Cool looking planet. It kind of looks like Mars, but slightly terraformed. You know, it's got some green and some ocean, but there's still that reddish atmosphere.
Enemies.
Might just be what Mars will look like one day, eh? We're gonna blow
To the
ourselves up in the
Resistance.
meantime.
The Confederation is very close to us now. We could still repel a vanguard, but now that they know where we are, a big fleet will come, and then they will destroy us.
This Ha'aron is waiting for you.
We're running out of time, Nathan. We can't just let Kess die there without at least attempting a rescue.
John, but we also can't abandon the Krogan here. Think about how many lives are at stake here.
I know, but I must head out to the Delta Zor territory with a few Ha'aron to find Kess.
We will lose both fleets if you go.
I have to do this.
Yeah, don't worry, you don't have to split your fleets at all.
Our destiny is in your hands.
Just blast everyone and then we can go get Kess.
is moving out. Awaiting your orders.
Just
We
to
will
keep these
follow your
guys
orders.
away from the battle.
An enemy has been destroyed.
Also gotta love how they've given us McMarrin destroyers for the Krogan. They once again got those two races mixed up. You know, that happened in the human campaign as well.
06.
Miss Haran is waiting for you.
So, we can set course for Kez now.
Ready to help.
Just silly, really. They talk about splitting the fleet, yet, you know, to get to Kez, you have to go through your home systems anyway, so you can bring the Krogan home. It's just silly, really. For fuck's
We have
sake.
understood.
Find Ramos. There's some enemy colonies, but no ships.
We would like to assist.
Press forth to the next system.
This Ha'aron will carry out the orders.
We have found the Delta Zor. However, they are battling a Confederation fleet.
Bring us within firing range as quickly as possible. We'll get them out of there now.
Bring Ramos back through the one. Now, there's a bug here where after the battle, Ramos will message you, but then it just doesn't play the whole rest of the conversation. It just gets stuck and cancels. So what I've done is I've gone and got all the audio files and I've put them into this video, and you'll be able to basically, you know, so yeah, that's my plan anyway. I've got to make sure I sit here for enough time, to give enough time to put in those audio files, and then you guys should get the complete final product once I've put all this together in a video editor. So don't worry, you're not going to miss out on anything. I'll take care of everything. Oh, and there's also a cutscene later on that has no audio as well, so I'll fix that too.
Miss Ha'aron has understood. Enemy unit.
Xara Ramos to
stuff's
the
up.
Arthrox. Thank you very much for your support. We'd almost lost hope of encountering allies.
Kasara, the Arthrox are here with us to evacuate you from the sector. I'm so happy that we found you in time.
John? How? Thank goodness you're alive. I'd almost stopped believing.
We would have been here earlier, but we needed to make sure that the Confederation fleet split up.
How did you... the jump gates?
I'll explain it later. We'll lead you to a wormhole which we can use to retreat into the Arthrox territory.
John, our ships.
I know they're already heavily damaged and vulnerable to the wormhole, but there are still too many Confederation ships in this area. We can't hesitate now.
You know that I trust you. We'll follow you.
Our sensors have detected a large Confederation fleet.
See to it that the Delta Zor reach the wormhole undisturbed. We must cover them for as long as it takes.
Okay. I think that's enough time to get around that bug, so let's get everyone out of here. Got a whole bunch of crappy Zor ships now, which we need to keep out of battle. Yep, they're waiting for us at the gate. Surprise, surprise.
Opening port.
Your order will be carried out momentarily.
Destroyers. Shouldn't be much of a problem.
This Ha'aran will carry out.
Opening data stream.
Look at all those cruisers. This is going to be a tougher battle. I mean, a long one too. It's going to take a while to kill these guys.
Calculating optimal solution for new goal.
Oh no. Because I've got crappy Zor ships charging into the fire of the cruisers, so I'm going to have to get them out of there.
Preparing. Weapon fire detected.
God.
Incoming weapon fire detected.
Idiots. Now what the hell are you doing?
Awaiting command.
Freaking heck.
Command accepted.
Jesus.
Hull damage reached critical point.
Get out of there.
Damage on primary and secondary section are critical.
There we go. Now let the big boys get the job done. Oh yeah.
Protocol change.
Yeah, this is gonna take a while. This is it's scary. Good as that's over. Now there's a cutscene here with no audio, but don't worry, I'll fix it.
So you are the human woman who has caused Jonathan Daniels so much grief.
I think we've both caused each other grief.
The humans seem to embrace their alliances in a particular way. As your Jonathan has become a part of our hive, you have apparently joined with the machines.
At least we've been able to learn so much from you and the Zor. Now it's time to decide our actions together.
Didn't you make your decision long ago?
Because the Arthrox helped me to rescue Kasara and the Delta Zor, I am deeply in your debt. Now, it's my duty to ensure that we defeat the Confederation together.
That actually sounds as if you already had a plan.
The Talur practically annihilated our peoples. Because of the Arthrox, I now know that our salvation in this sector can't be pure coincidence. It was the wormholes of the Pegasi that brought us from the battle to safety. But because of Drex, our hope for a new home was ruined. So it looks like his forces are superior to ours. Without an ace in the hole for the decisive battle, we won't win.
I see what you have in mind, but I have to ask if the risk isn't too great.
What are you talking about, John?
When I used the key artifact, the home system of the Pegasi lit up briefly. I'm sure that we need to reach it to find a weapon that we can use to defeat the Confederation.
The Forgotten haven't left their system unguarded. There's a chance you will lose your life without ever setting foot on their home planet.
Lead Ramos to Queen Arthur's. Alright, we'll take her home. Oh, there we go. We did it. Mission over. Wow. That means there's only 2 to go, and this game is done with. Wow, let's do this.